Wait.
Sorry.
Welcome in.
All right, the seller that's coming in is from Quicksilver, and she's going to sell to a local surf shop who's owned by Mrs. Porter, and she's a local surf shop in Kiwi.
Okay, now.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Porter. My name is Leanne Donovan. I'm with Quicksilver. Thanks for taking the time to see me.
Nice to meet you. Please call me Agnes. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, thank you. I have to tell you, those pictures that you have in the wall looks great. I love the surf paintings. I have never seen something beautiful like that before.
Well, thank you very much for noticing. I really put a lot of thought into this decoration. I really wanted my customers to have a great feeling, when they come into my shop for all those products.
Wonderful. Well, you probably recall from our phone conversation that Tom, that recommended me to come here to see you, is the owner of a very successful surf shop in Ocean Beach. And we thought you might be interested in our new line, so I'm here to show you.
Actually, I remember now. Tom mentioned something about you guys when I think you met at the Surf Expo last month.
Correct. Great. I brought some our newest designs here for you to see. It's one of our top sellers, and this, for example, is a men's T-shirt with our new Quicksilver logo.
Oh, I like this. I like the design.
And this one is for you that we bring from our Quicksilver headquarters in Huntington Beach, and this is a catalog from Quicksilver for you as well.
Thank you very much.
Well, now that we bring some information and I brought the product in the catalog for you, how do you think and how do you feel about increasing your sales of about 20% by adding our line to your store?
Well, sure, 20% increase, who doesn't want that?
Wonderful. I wanted to point out some information right here that you see. This is one of our top sellers logos on the Quicksilver T-shirts, very similar to the one that you've seen here. So I'll point out a few things that I think are important that I bring to you today.
Okay.
Well, great. Let's first talk a little bit about your store. How long have you been owning the store?
About a year now,
Wonderful, a year. So what kind of companies do you usually buy merchandise from?
Well, I usually buy from O'Neill, Lost. There's also Welcome, O'Neill, just the usual merchandise against your competitors.
Okay, and from those companies, what kind of merchandise, what type of merchandise do you think you buy mostly?
Usually I buy just, the T-shirts, jeans, hats, those kind of things,
Wonderful. Have you think about adding the hardcore, I would say expand your line to the snowboarding and to the surfboarding and the skateboarding perhaps, not just in your clothing line, but something else added to your store?
Yeah, that's something that I was thinking about, but since I'm new into this business, I didn't have really the time to focus my attention on that, and that's why I was just selling clothes, for now.
Sure, understand. And do you currently use any displays to display your merchandise, or to accentuate, or to make sure that the merchandise that comes into the store is well displayed to your customers?
No, actually right now I don't use that because it's pretty expensive. So.
And are you aware that Quicksilver provide a free charge displays?
No, actually I didn't know that.
Wonderful. So would you agree that having complimentary displays provided by us, Quicksilver, would be a great way to save money and an excellent way to showcase this beautiful merchandise in your beautiful store?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So tell me a little bit more, what are the items that you feel that sells the best on your store?
Well, I have the T-shirt that that sells pretty well on a consistent basis, and I have also the board shirt that sell very well. But this is basically a seasonal item, so I don't sell them as well in February and January.
Wonderful. Here, I just want to point out, this is one of our store displays in Times Square in New York City. So just to kind of see what kind of free displays is not cheap at all that we give to you with no free of charge. And what do you would say that you do not sell well in your store?
I don't sell jeans as well as I would like to. So, and that's a problem, yeah.
I understand that it can be a big problem for your store being just 1 year. So tell me a little bit of target market. Who are the people that are coming to shop in your store?
Well, I target mostly, any beach goers, but mostly males from between 15 to 30 years old, engaged in any kind of sport like snowboard, skateboarding, those kinds of things. Yeah.
And you see the trend right now for Quicksilver and many of the other manufacturers are the rise of female involved in snowboarding and surfboarding and skateboarding as well. Do you be interested to focus in the future in the female target in the market?
Yeah, I think that would be really a great idea since females in general spend more than males, and so that would be nice to have more things to offer to females. Yeah.
And do you know that we do have our own line extended women's line that calls Roxy, and this is actually the logo for one of our top sellers t-shirts.
Yes, I was aware of that.
Wonderful. So if you decide to make a purchase today, are you the only person responsible to make the decision?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. Let's get some questions here to help me understand a little bit of the problems that you can happen in this past year that you have your store. Do you have any problems with your suppliers? Things that can happen with damaged merchandise or problems on delivery on time?
Yes, actually I have those problems. I had those problems before. I had merchandise that I received that I didn't order. I have merchandise that was mixed up also. And I had merchandise that had a lot of defects and basically many quality problems.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So, do your suppliers get back to you in a quick way? If you have any problems coming up, do you think that they get back to you in a reasonable time?
That would be great, but actually they don't do that. The only time they call me is when I have to, repurchase from them. So.
And that's a shame. Do you have any problems maintaining your repeat customers?
I have a few regulars that buy from me from time to time, but ultimately I would have. It would be great to have people coming in every week, every few weeks to see what I have new in my store to offer.
All right. Here I want to show you. This is the way that we merchandise our store also in Times Square and in New York City. And as you can see, the way that we display our merchandise on the shelves. And going the same, related to the same question, I wonder if you have any problems stocking your shelves, if you find that task something that takes your time consuming?
Yes, of course, it's really not the most fun part of my day, and since I'm most of the time by myself here, so it takes me a lot of time to do that.
And how long it usually takes for you to stock your shelves, and how many people you would say, how many employees you think that you would use on that task?
Well, it takes me about, I believe, 3 people and 4 hours to do this job, and that includes, folding the merchandise and everything.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
And how often, can you tell me, do you get your new merchandise in the store?
Well, I'm trying to get the new merchandise every season, which is probably, every 3 months. But it's also, it's hard to get the laces from my suppliers. So.
Well, also tell me, do you think that's a problem that you don't have new merchandise all the time, and when your customers come in, they're not satisfied?
Well, of course, if I don't have new merchandise to show to my customers, they basically won't come back.
I understand. Do you have a problem differentiating yourself from the competition?
There's always a struggle to do that, and as you can see, we try to do this with the new paintings that you saw when entering the store, but I think there's room for improvement, definitely.
Okay, now I'd like to take some time to address some of the concerns that I'm hearing throughout this conversation that we're having. Did you know that the Quicksilver has very different, like we show you in Times Square, New York, displays that provide you for all Quicksilver merchandise and provide all free charge for all the stores. If you not choose to purchase from Quicksilver, you know that it's very expensive displays. They run about $250 a piece.
Oh, wow, that's expensive.
And you have to provide yourself, of course.
Yeah.
And also, we give a very good guarantee that with the clients that we deal with in one-on-one basis, we have reps that comes into a store and check your merchandise, check what you needed, and see if you need any extra help within your store. You're saying to me that 3 people in the store, about 4 hours stocking the new merchandising and make sure that everything is clear, like this picture is. You can see how nice and neat we try to make your store. let's say in a rate about $10 an hour, this will cost you about $120 every time you decide to stock on a shelf.
Wow.
And that could be a $6,000 that you spend the whole year.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So by having a Quicksilver rep doing that for you, helping with this process, you save a lot of money, don't you agree?
Yes, sure, yeah, that would certainly save me a lot of money. That would help me.
Wonderful. And going the same way, besides we helping you to organize the stock in the store and helping organize to folding the merchandise, we also offer signage, like I showed you before. And that's usually about advertising costs. You spend about $1,000 for the signage that I show you. So Quicksilver has advertised in all major surf, snow, and skate magazines, which allow our brand to be out there and to be well recognized. You could potentially care to be recognized worldwide, of course, like we are right now. Do you think that this is a great added benefit you provide you purchasing by us, by Quicksilver?
Of course, yeah, I believe so.
Wonderful. So, and on top of that, we sponsor one of our, would say between us, our most handsome man, Kelly Slater.
Yeah, I think so.
He's one of the most talented and popular surfers in the industry. Don't you think that your store being associated with Kelly Slater would be a great benefit?
Yeah, I think, people would really love to wear the same clothes that he's wearing, and he's hot, so.
Definitely. I agree with that. Quicksilver also listed all the stores that carry our merchandise on our website, so this way will definitely bring traffic to your store. Don't you agree that that's a great tool to bring and direct people to your location?
Sure, yeah, they always have difficulty to find my store, so that would be a great tool.
One of the other things that we do, we have excellent communication, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours of receiving the merchandise to see if any problems has occurred during your order. Don't you see that the save time and frustration?
Sure, yeah.
If you update your store display, showcase and highlight your seasonal merchandise better, and you renew the merchandise in your store more often, do you think that you'll receive more customers? Or perhaps the people that you want to come every week or perhaps every month will come back sooner?
I think, if the store was more organized and I had more merchandise to show them, I definitely would have more traffic and more people buying from my store.
And I think that will bring your customer satisfaction much higher?
Of course, yeah.
Well, I just want to tell you that our Quicksilver, all our shirts, like you see this one, is 100% ring spun cotton, and that makes the transfer of all the t-shirts make better and last longer. So please, here, feel like this one, and I actually brought another one so you can actually have assembled on that.
Okay.
Don't you think that the higher quality would create fewer returns and better cut down your costs?
Well, I think it would.
Wonderful. The secret on the ring spool cotton, this means that we use longer, thinner fibers that can be twisted together to make a stronger, smoother, and a thinner thread. Therefore, our t-shirts are softer and thinner feeling. Can you see how t-shirts are higher in quality?
Yeah, sure. I can. That makes sense.
And this definitely provided with higher customer service, and your word of mouth regarding to your store will be much higher. As you can see here, we have quite a few other shirts that is in your catalog as well, so you can compare and contrast some of the colors that are in right now and some of the new graffiti logos that we're using for our new t-shirts. I want to take a look at this graph in particular. As we discussed with you, Tom was the person that recommended me to come to your store because we have a long-term relationship with him. Here is a graph that shows you comparing Quicksilver with our main competitors and see how many t-shirts Tom has sold in the year 2005. As you can see, Quicksilver has the highest number, and the cost that comes to Quicksilver is about 200 shirts less than what we do.
Wow, yeah.
Do you think that the amount of profit that you can make selling t-shirts, can you see it?
Yeah, I think I can, yeah. Sure.
And since we design our own t-shirts, as you see, we can make any color you want, any print you want, or any design you want.
But, yeah.
So this means that your shirts will fly out the window. I know once you have the shirts on your store, look at your catalog. We have so many different shapes and sizes and prints that you do very well. This sounds appealing, doesn't it?
Sure, but I'm not sure yet that I want to overstock my store with all those different products and t-shirts,
I understand that. And do you know what? I have to offer a unique guarantee. We take back any unsold merchandise that you have after the season is passed. Don't you agree that it's a guarantee that nobody would offer? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Wonderful. After we discuss the graph, I want to come to some accessories that we have as well. We also carry some hats, and those are one of the best sellers for us right now. Don't you think that this can become one of your best sellers? Can't you?
Well, can you explain it a bit more?
Yes, stretch and cotton provide a great fit, durability, and make our hats easy. Very, very easy to clean. Guys really like that. That's our hats have been customers' preferred item for the past 5 years in a row.
Okay.
Don't you believe you're going to sell them off right away?
Well, all those benefits are tempting, but, I believe you guys are serious and you know what you're doing, so.
Don't we?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we offer not only great quality merchandise, we also great customer service. And this is why we've been in business for 25 years. And we're the biggest name in the surfwear. Let me show you how our product can be worth your money investment.
Okay.
Okay, here. Before we go there, we have some few hats that we can see here as well as in the catalog. Some of our good sellers. However, this one definitely is the one that we sell the best.
Sure.
Let me start with the opening order is $1,000. This can seem a little too much for a person that has been in business for 1 year. Don't you agree?
Yes, I can agree. That's a bit too much.
Well, with $1,000, you can purchase 166 T-shirts. Okay, they cost about $6 each, and this will be a supply for 3 months. So every 3 months, you'll be able to buy a minimum of $1,000. It's 166 T-shirts. It's hard to do in your store to sell about 2 shirts a day.
Actually, not at all, because on average, I sell about 15 T-shirts per day. But in the months of, like I said before, January and February, my sales are pretty slow.
Okay, so I want to tell you that the $1,000 will translate in about 2 T-shirts a day. That's about $12 a day. That's your cost.
Yeah, well, it's still a little bit too high compared to your competitor.
I understand that, but however, the $12 per day includes all the stockage fees and all the signage fee. If you have to hire someone outside, we have discussed that you will pay about $1,500 for about 3 months and the signage fee. They can cost about $500 more quarterly. It's a savings to about $2,000 per 3 months by buying our merchandise. Can you see the overall savings?
Yeah, I think I can do that now. Yeah, I'm better with the graphic.
Well, our price include the $12 per day. We include all the signage fee and all the stockage fee. As you can see, the $500 quarterly for the signage is at $2 annually. And you have the stockage fees, that's $1,500, is a $6,000 annually. That's your saving. You save about $8,000 a year going with our shirts with a cost of only $12 a month.
Okay.
So don't you think that's it's a good overall savings?
Yeah, I can definitely see how better that.
So if you have to choose to pay net 30, this means we have 2 options for you, the net 30 or the credit card. The net 30 is a great term that we give for our first-time buyers, where you buy the merchandise today and you have 30 days, and when you receive the merchandise, about a week and a half, from that day you have 30 days to pay. So you actually have cash flow, resulting cash flow for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. But, I'm really not convinced I'm going to be able to sell all the merchandise once I order from you guys. So.
I understand how you feel. And your friend Tom at the Ocean Beach surf shop felt the same way. But remember our unique guarantee. Once the season's over, we'll take back any unsold merchandise with no discussion, with no problem. Actually, Tom was very afraid of that the same way. But that comfortable and that guarantee that we offer to you result to a better understanding between us and a better relationship.
Well, I'm still concerned also about the display, of the Quicksilver merchandise.
And why is that?
Well, it's not. It has nothing to do with you guys. It's just, I'm pretty new to this business, so I don't really know how to do this, right? To appeal to my customers.
I understand. So what I'm hearing here is, are you worried about setting up an eye-catching display?
Yes, that's right.
So if I answer your concerns on the display issue, would you be willing to place an order with us today?
I'm really not sure, because I'm also worried about the promotion of the surf shop and this whole merchandise.
So I'm also hearing that you are concerned with the cost of advertising and the overall promotion process.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And you know, back to your friend Tom, he had the same concerns, and when he found out about doing with us and provided with the store signage with no extra cost, display, we promote the merchandise Quicksilver through the magazines, he felt much, much better about that.
Okay, well, yeah, I feel a little better, yeah, hearing this.
Don't you?
Yes, I do. So, you know, this all the services that you guys provide, this merchandise that you provide looks great, but this must cost a fortune.
I'm glad you mentioned price, because exactly the reason why you should do business with us, that's price. Our open order, it might sound a little expensive for a person that has open that just for 1 year, but keep in mind, it covers all the promotion, all the advertising, all the display signage, and our unique guarantee. That's a final cost for you of about $12. Which is affordable considering the quality of merchandise and unique service you would receive from us. Do you think that it's priced reasonably and affordable?
Yeah, it looks like it's affordable, but it's a little bit too high compared to my competitors. You know?
So, what do you have in mind?
I was thinking about like $6 per day.
I see.
Yeah, one t-shirt per day actually.
So, I see. But if you sell one shirt a day, it translates to about $6 a day. You have an additional cost of $22, like we discussed before, with your signage and with your advertising fees. So that's about $28. With us, you only pay $12, so you have a saving of $16 buying the shirts from us. Don't you agree this is better to do business with us?
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
I understand that the decision that you're about to make right now is very important. So to be sure that we are on the same page, I want to make sure to look all the reasons in favor of doing business with us and any concerns and questions that you may have. So let's sideways all the things that we talk about here. Let's begin with the positive. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay. So we're giving to you, you receive a merchandising display with free of charge, in-store signage free of charge, individuals help from one of our reps, so they will come to your store and help you with anything that you needed regarding to signage, advertising, or folding, or display the merchandise. Merchandise and advertising, the surf, skating, snow magazine, like we talk about it, and can be known worldwide, so your customers, when they came in, they will know about Quicksilver. Your store will be promoting in our website, so the list of your stores will be there as well. Will be associated with Kelly's label, like we discussed before. The guarantee that will take back any unsold merchandise. And actually, we'll check back with you with 24 hours of your order being received by you to see if any problems have arrived.
Okay.
And can you think now any concerns or questions that you might have?
Now that I think about it, no, not really. I can't think of anything. So.
Well, we have agreed on the service we received and you clarify your questions. So to speed up this process, can I schedule the shipping for next Thursday?
Yeah, that would be fine, yeah.
So I'm going to let you know that prices of merchandise will go up about 5% next month, and because of the increase of materials of the shirts. So could you stock up before the price goes up? I'd like you to, here's our contract, and I have give you an option of doing pay with credit card or the net 30 plan.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the net 30 plan. That sounds better for me.
Wonderful. Do you use a complete middle initial or just your initial?
I use my complete middle name.